Fuck yeah! Back in the 1950s, I was working with Frank Sinatra. We were doing a world tour thing. I was playing bongos for his band. And Nolan came up to me one day after a show and was like, dude, I saw you rocking those bongos. We need to start a band. I play a mean saxophone, you know. Let's do this thing. So he played me some sax and I was blown away. So then we went back to the tour bus and we started jamming, writing these songs. We realized, dude, this isn't working out. But if we started like a metal project or something, we could probably change music forever. So we got together and we got in my studio and we wrote some jams, and it was just, the magic was just spectacular. It was just ridiculous. We put out a record called Sembagram. And it fucking blew everybody's mind. It sold over 1 million copies in a week, which is a record for anyone. We beat the Beatles because fuck the Beatles. And this was all in 1962, you know? No one had ever heard this type of music before. This was before Black Sabbath. This was before Metallica. All that pussy shit. This was way heavier and way better, and it was amazing. Fast forward to 1985, we get a call from this guy called Zach. We don't know who the hell he is. Our old bassist, Mike, he fucking died. You know, and we get a call from this guy saying he's working with this guy named Eric Rinaldi. We don't know who the hell he is. We don't know what's going on. But we get a tape. We get a song called Saving Baghdad. It's featuring Zach on it. And it was honestly the greatest thing we'd heard since the original Sembagram takes. And so we called him, we brought him in. Turns out, Zach is this fucking homeless guy with this big long beard, 14 kids. He's addicted to crack cocaine. We don't know what's going on, but he plays bass, and he's good. So we get down, and we record When You're Gay with him. CD sucks, it bombs. Who cares? And then we play some shows, you know, do a Japanese tour, all that shit, just to get our name back out there. And now, here we are, we're redoing Sembagram. It's like its 50-year anniversary or some shit like that. It's gonna be great.
You got a pretty mouth. You're a faggot.
How did I first come to join Swap.AVI? Well, it all started in '87. I was in the studio with the great Eric Rinaldi, and we were laying down some tracks. And he hands me this 8-track, and he says, you know, I just heard of these guys. They're really kind of blowing my mind right now. And that meant a lot coming from Eric Rinaldi, because he only cares about his own music, you know. Like, he's not listening to other shit. So, I popped it in when I was at home later that night, and I was just grounded. Like, it felt like just stepping into another realm. Like, I was filled with this euphoria. And so, like, I made it an instant point to try and find out who these guys were, because I had never heard music like that up to that point in my life. So I found out that they were in White Lake, Michigan, and I got myself a ticket, and I went straight from Cali to Michigan, and I met them. I met the singer Nolan first, and I wasn't really a big fan of Nolan. He's a pretty militant neo-Nazi, and I'm not really into that sort of thing, so you know, I kind of brushed him off. And then I ended up meeting Jim, and we kind of hit it off a little at first, and we started talking, and he said, I'm going to this show, do you want to go with me? I was assuming he meant like a concert or something, and knowing, you know, that they were a Swap, I figured they had good taste, so, you know, I went. And as it turned out, it was this strip club in the middle of Detroit, and it was called Fat, Black, and Stacked. And we went in, and there were these obese strippers, like the blackest, most obese strippers, and the whole place smelled like shit, and it was absolutely horrible. But seeing Jim just so absolutely just enthralled and just taken by these women, like it was really quite funny. And so we sat there, and we, you know, in between lap dances and drinks, we just talked about music, and you know, he suggested to me that well, the current bassist Varg, he was going to be put in jail or something like that soon, so they wanted me to come in, and I went from there.